Our company is Pacific Partners, and we are a sourcing company and import and distribution company operating here in Vietnam. For Uncle Bill's, we are the exclusive partner, and we currently import about 2,000 different products from China, and we sell them locally in different channels. One would be our own stores, a second one would be supermarkets, and the third one would be e-commerce, and the fourth would be also to the general trade. These products would be household products, very affordable, and going across 28 different categories. Omni channel or supermarket channel is very active. I mean, what we can see is that we have a lot of foreign companies now moving into the market. So you see French, Japanese, Korean companies who are expanding their store network, and that's actually a very challenging situation because even so the market is developing positively. I think many of those companies find it difficult to operate as a profit. And for that one is to expect that maybe not all of them can operate successfully in Vietnam. But for us as a supplier, it is very interesting because it gives us a lot of opportunities to work with financially strong companies and to be their supplier and to participate from that. Another observation is that if you're going to look into the range of implementation of supply chain in retail, that we see almost two extremes. We see on the one hand company who really operate on a world-class level, and they have already fully integrated omni-channel solutions, whereas on other side we have more players also which just operate very basic and maybe even struggle on the more simple things. Thirdly, we also can see that the actual performance in the supply chain of retail, that we see partly some poor performances on the shelf availability, or we see also a lot of missing products online. So that is definitely something for a supply chain person which we have to be concerned about because typically we need to aim at availability rates of more than 90%. And if you're going to go into supermarkets in Vietnam, you see many shelves empty, partly emptied, or not always available. So that's maybe an area where I would say Vietnamese companies need to find all the necessary processes and decisions to make sure that the consumer will find their products available on the shelf. First one which we have been doing is that we have improved our assortment analysis. The way we did that is that we have a full product classification. That means we have more than 2,000 products, so we classify those products into category, subcategory, product groups, and also individual products. And that allows us a very powerful visualization of how well products are doing, and also we can share that with customer, and also internally it is really very helpful to be able to analyze the portfolio in the necessary depths. The second thing is all about e-commerce. So our challenge is that we have many products, and we typically would like to provide content for consumer to understand the use of our products. And for that one we have a crowd-based solution developed. That means we're gonna get application videos and pictures also from our customer, and we provide the platform in YouTube or also on Instagram to share this information, how customers find our products useful and how they gonna apply them. And then we take this content, put it also on our own Facebook page, also share some of them in the off-store situation with shops and supermarkets, where customers then also can get some ideas on how they can use our products. The other three are related to more standard topics on inventory management and warehouse. On inventory management, we have done a detailed ABC classification, and we do also an analysis so that we set stock targets per each of those groups. And then we review them on a weekly basis so that we can see how good our decisions are being in hindsight. So that is also something which helps that the organization can learn to make better decisions. And it's only a few little steps, but all of them has shown some very good result in practice. And then lastly, two topics related to the warehouse. One is related to the layout. We have been given all detailed information from our supplier. What are dimensions of our cartons? This information we have used to come up with a systematically calculated layout for our warehouse, allowing us to put in more than 2,000 products in individual spaces. And that indeed was very helpful because it helped to increase the productivity of our warehouse worker, and it just ensures much more quality. Lastly, it's all about the operation. We are a company which are not extremely large, so we run a warehouse with somewhere around like 6 or 7 people, and we put them into a proper operation plan so that we introduced a morning meeting in which we're going to discuss what orders will be shipped on that day, and then we give personal responsibility to each of the people, and at the end of the day we're going to track what has been accomplished and also make sure that we can catch up, so that in our operation we are not overwhelmed with too many orders, and by each day and also by each week we can control the result of our work. So all what I have shared is not very innovative, is not very difficult. It is just ways how we can, with a more systematic and analytical way, able to improve our operation in the supply chain of retail and in omni channels.